What's going on, everybody? This is your review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 5, Episode 18. So we start off with Karen, with Steven. Um, he's the one doing the wigs. Uh, she's actually looking at the wigs, kind of like getting prepped for her party. Bravo shows Karen's hair before Steven was doing her hair and after. I'm going to just leave it there because I ain't want to see it. I can't talk about women's hair. I'm going to do, moving on. So Karen says that the girls knew about her line, and it seems that the girls didn't, but that she was more like throwing little hints and whatnot, which I don't see a problem with it. I believe in the whole don't tell them, just show them. And then also, spiritual tip, death and life is in the power of the tongue. I think we all know that. And one thing that I also know is you can't just tell everyone everything. Sometimes you got to keep your ideas and your dreams either to yourself in a close net and only tell people things like right when it's manifesting. Like if you guys watch P Valley and Mercedes, when she was trying to do the whole thing with her dance academy, dance school, and she had told everybody that she was getting ready to go. Yeah, I do watch P Valley. And right when things were looking up, things went down. And it's almost like, dang, you have that egg on your face. So sometimes, a sabotaging spirit can be out there. So if you don't hear nothing else from this, if you have any dreams, ideas, or whatever, either keep them to yourself or let very few people hear about it so it doesn't travel. And people/spirits can't intercept and mess up your dream. Pay me for that later. Ashley and Monique get together. Monique had a birthday party for her son. It was like 3 days ago, but this is post the trip. So after the trip, she had this party. Karen was there. One thing that I'm curious about is as to why this wasn't shown, because I feel that even though everybody wasn't there, we have other things, i.e. a photo shoot where somebody wasn't there. We'll get there momentarily. So I don't understand why Monique couldn't have had this moment. Just saying. We also know that Michael is going to end up talking to Ashley's family. Monique mentions that at the party, Karen had a couple of glasses of champagne. Ashley mentions, I'm sorry. Right, so when she mentions that, it gets the wheels turning with Ashley. I was about to go right on to the next point because I knew I was going to talk about it. And Ashley's whole thing is really because when she was with us, she was saying how she had an ulcer and she couldn't drink. And Monique is like, I'm gonna just stop talking because it's just like, dang, I got caught up. Ashley mentions Karen's event, and Monique says that she was definitely invited, and she had even said that she is probably going to come early to avoid the women and avoid conflict. And Ashley mentions that, well, Karen says that you weren't invited. And Monique's like, I wasn't privy to that. And Ashley calls Karen for clarity, but I'm going to just be shady here. So you want clarity on this event, but you don't want clarity from your man on what's going on in his extracurricular activities, but that ain't none of my business. Karen says that Monique has said that she wouldn't want to come to avoid confrontation, and she was saying this is what she said in Portugal, but Bravo played the tapes back and that is not what she said. So we got Robin and Juan. They meet with Robin's realtor. I ain't finna stay on this for a long time, but I'm only gonna ask a question. But wasn't Robin a realtor? Anyway, Giselle meets with her kids. Grace, her eldest child, just turned 15. It was actually her B-day. She mentions that Jamal is coming for the holiday, stay a week. The girls are like, why? What is this for? Who cares? Karen is doing a romantic setup for her husband, Ray. She gets in the bathtub, and obviously all of this is covered. And she hears Ray coming, so she keeps yelling, Ray, Ray! And it's like, damn it, he coming up the stairs one step at a time. Damn it, give him a moment. And that's it. So, I'm about to drop a pin. Wendy is at a pumpkin patch with her family. And while they're on a hayride, her mother mentions the degrees, and Wendy can't be bothered. She's there saying, "Oh my God, why is she bringing this up?" But it's like, so Wendy, you don't understand why the girls in Wild America don't want to hear you bring up your 4 degrees every 4 minutes, and you don't understand our irritation, but you get irritated when your mama bring it up. Okay, all right, I know something. So Wendy talks to her mom about being a professor and that she doesn't want to do it. And in this moment, you see that Wendy is very submissive when it comes to her mother. And not just that, she has reduced herself to being a adolescent child. Even though that is her mother and she is her mother's child, but she has reduced herself to that of a child, and you can see it written all over her. And I understand that a lot of people have these feelings when it comes to their parents. For a while, I had that with my mother. I don't have that anymore because it just is what it is. I'm gonna do what I want to do with my life. I'm going to say what I want to say. I will say it to you respectfully. You will talk to me respectfully, but that's just it. But you're not going to question me about any decisions that I choose to make. It's really just that damn simple. But again, like I said, I know a lot of people disagree with what I just said, and some people can lean towards how Wendy was acting, whatever. Her mom says that she was able to achieve all of these things because she set her on a path to accomplish said things. So because of this, you should be saying thank you to me. And Wendy feels a way about this, and you can tell that Wendy uses these degrees as a crutch because she can't be her own person. And it's kind of sad. It really is. And even though the dynamics between her and her mother and this should have been her storyline, not these 4 damn degrees, and though this scene does seem contrived, she says that she just wants her mother to be, proud of the degrees. And I'm pretty sure that's what she said, which it vexes me. So you want her to be proud of the degrees, but not you. Her mother eventually says, that she's proud of her. She's a good mother, a good daughter, and I guess that suffice. But it seemed like her mother went along with this reluctantly, and I think it's because the camera was there. So there's a photo shoot with Giselle and her children. Jamal didn't make it. Moving on. Ashley, Michael, Uncle Lump, and Sheila are together. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this because to me it seemed like a lot didn't happen here, and all that aggression that Uncle Lump had in previous episodes, he didn't have it here. But Lump says you didn't just cheat on her, you cheated on the family. Michael says that it was a one-time thing. Lump says you have to work on bettering yourself. There's that, but I find it to be funny. And Sheila even had some shit to say, but I ain't really paid too much attention to what Sheila said. Why? Because Sheila was with a man that was doing wrong by her and whatnot. But you want to question Michael doing wrong by your, granted, I understand it's the mother, but again, you're mad at your daughter for being in a relationship and this man doing her wrong. You was in a relationship and he was doing you wrong. You didn't want your daughter questioning you, but you're questioning your daughter and the husband, the same husband that was financing you. Not saying that none of that is right, but I'm just saying. Not saying, just saying. So we at Karen's wig shift party. Monique is there 35 minutes before the event starts. Monique brings up the whole not being invited thing, and Karen says that it's a horrible place for her to be, but it wasn't her intent to try to make people uncomfortable, but she wants everybody to be comfortable. 1 minute before the event start, Monique leaves. 2 minutes after Monique leaves, Candace shows up. Robin throws shade at the event, saying that it was in the back of a strip mall or something like that. Yet, where was the rollout of your stuff being done? Exactly. Giselle says she's not coming because Steven, the guy that's helping Karen with the wig line, has dissed her on social media, so she doesn't want to be there. Yet at the same exact time, you were willing to meet up with Candace at the very beginning of this season, yet she was sitting here dissing your house and whatnot. Make it make sense. Stovepipe legs, please make it make sense. So the site has officially launched. Wendy says she expected this to be a top-notch party, but it just seems cozy. With Wendy, with everything that came out about your financial issues and your financial state, you might not want to talk about some, like, a grand scheme event. You may not want to do that. I'm just saying. And where are your businesses? Exactly. I love how somebody can sit here and come for somebody's business where it's just like, but where's yours? And did you say any of this to her face? But I guess not. So they question if this business is really hers or if she's just the face of it. Which my thing is this: it really doesn't matter because she getting to the money, she getting to the bag. Where y'all at? Okay, and again, you know, the two people that had something to say in previous episodes and seasons was Giselle. Now we have Robin, so Robin is pretty much echoing what Giselle has said. But I'm not even gonna get into it with them damn businesses and financial issues. I'm not gonna do that. Ashley brings up the whole drinking thing to Karen, and you know the whole setup of you didn't want to drink with us, but you drank at Monique's place, at Monique's party, and Karen says, "Well, it was a piece that I missed. I just didn't feel like rewinding because I'm trying to get this up so I can take my ass to bed." But she does say that while we're in Portugal, you guys were asking me like every few minutes, like, are you gonna drink? Are you gonna drink? Are you gonna drink? Are you gonna drink? So for that reason, she didn't want to, and at the same exact time, it felt like she was being set up, which I totally agree. And Robin asks her, "Are you afraid of what you're going to say when you drink?" And she says, "You need to be worried about what Juan says / does when he gets drunk." And all of them are appalled, clutching the imaginary pearls. Robin plays it off, but I think part of the reason that, and Ray actually walked off when that happened, it's just like, okay, the husband's got brought, let me walk away. And you have Robin saying, oh my gosh, bringing up somebody that's not even here, yet you did the same thing in reference to Karen, though you didn't bring it up to Karen's face, but you're sitting here spraying her about things that happened off camera, amongst other things, to Giselle, and it's blatantly all over camera. I'm telling you, turnabout's fair play. I mean, it really is. But what I don't like, and y'all may disagree with this, is they literally jump her and other girls when they're talking, because Ashley and Karen are literally having a conversation. They are facing each other. Robin is on the outskirts. She wasn't talking to you. So yes, it was one of those, I'm going to say what I need to say to get you up off my back. And that shut her down right quick. And Karen walks off with Ray to attend to her other guests. Ashley was being messy because Ashley decided to spill the beans on everything, more or less the fact that, well, Monique was here earlier because she was invited, and they're like, oh, she was here. And Karen comes back to show them a box of what the wigs are going to be boxed in. Wendy tries to shake her, like, well, we're not talking about that. And you see Wendy, her chest quickly got deflated, because it's just like, you don't run stuff here. You really don't run stuff here. And they begin to try to come at Karen, and Karen's just like, look, I ain't got it to do. Pretty much hits them with a thank you, good night, and she pretty much grabs her stuff to get ready to leave. And they're upset because, like, how are you leaving when people still have wigs on this part? And Karen's whole thing is, look, I'm not reflecting the bill. Holla at y'all, see y'all later. And she even says in her confessional that she felt embarrassed, she was starting to get upset, and she left, which is cool. You know, go ahead and leave, because you can see that things were getting loud, and they were in such a small space, so it was probably echoing, and people were probably hearing the conversation. So she decided to remove herself, and I have no problems with that, none whatsoever, because the women tend to gang up on Karen a lot, and she didn't want to deal with it. And in the event that people wonder why I sometimes stumble over my words, like I said, air traffic control is under my belt. I've done that for years. Have the CTO card to prove it. So sometimes I do speak fast. Force of habit. So if anybody wonders, there it is. So Karen leaves. Candace reveals that Karen wanted her to come to the party early. Now, she did not mention when that conversation was had of her coming early. So we don't know the specifics of that. And Ashley had said that, in essence, because maybe I missed it, please y'all let me know if I missed it, or maybe this was a conversation that she had with Karen that wasn't recorded or that was off screen, that Karen wanted Monique there so Monique could tell her side, or like literally talk to the ladies without Candace being there. And I'm like, okay, kind of missed that, but okay, cool, whatever. Robin is upset because she's trying to figure out well, she's upset that Karen cares. She's saying that Karen cares more, but you don't know what Karen is feeling because you didn't talk to her about it. But she says Karen cares more about Monique standing in the group rather than Candace's feelings and emotions. Well, y'all are trying to ice Monique out, and she's trying to make sure that Monique stays on the show. Again, I will say this again. I'm not upset with them trying to ice her out because of the simple fact that Monique low-key was trying to do that at the very beginning of the season. Again, you dig a ditch for one person, you better dig two. One for them and one for you. And sometimes you gonna fall into the very ditch that you planned for the other person. It happens like that. So that's pretty much it. And the season finale is next week. And it seemed like it's going to be good. I really, really hope that, and it seemed like it might be a long one, we don't know, but I really hope that they just go ahead and real quickly sum up everybody ish in the beginning, give us all the juice in this, okay, and let that be it. So next week, you all will get 2 reviews from me: Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Potomac. I totally forget which one is coming on first. I hope Potomac comes on first so I can get that out the way, but we'll see. But that is all that I have for you all. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and share. The next video, well, planning for this week is Housewives of Atlanta and Potomac. Racks and Family Values, if that comes back, and I'm gonna at least try to get some Pokemon Sword and Shield gameplay out, hopefully. So yeah, that's all I got. I will see you guys on one of those videos. Peace.